Hello students, today I'll be dictating question answers of chapter 3, that is history. We will be discussing all the questions right now apart from section C, which you have to do by yourself, and the HOTS questions which we will be discussing in the class. So let's get started. First we will be discussing section A, that is your tick the correct answers. The period from 1206 to 1526 is known as the age of Delhi Sultanate. This is given in your first line of the chapter. The first ruler of slave dynasty, on the first page right hand side it is given, you can just check it there. Qutbuddin Aibak was the first ruler of slave dynasty. Third is A, that is Malik Kafur was the most trusted general of Alauddin Khilji. Now you will be again be looking at this name in the Sayyid dynasty. So he was the founder, like in the last lecture that we discussed. He just like aligned with Timur against the Delhi Sultans, and he just like aligned with Timur, and when Timur left India, he just made him the new ruler of, and he ruled India from that time and started the Sayyid dynasty. Okay, now 4 is Firoz Shah Tughlaq founded the new towns of, in this the answer would be Jaunpur and Firozpur. You will find in the paragraph titled as Firozpur the reformer. In that, yes, Firozabad was also founded by him, and but the thing is that this Daulatabad was not founded by him. So the correct answer would be A, that is Jaunpur and Firozpur. Question number 5, during the Sultan period, the nobles were given land grants called the Iktas. We just discussed in detail the holders of Iktas, that is the land that was given to the nobles, and those nobles, they were called Iktadars. Okay, all right. For section B, you will be doing it by yourself. You have to locate in chapter, locate in the chapter the events, the events, the year in which these events took place, year in which these events took place, in which these events took place. Okay, and then arrange them accordingly. So whatever is the order of the event that took place, you will be just finding everything, then you will be writing 1, 2, 3 in front of them. If you have any problem, then we can discuss them in the class also. Okay, coming on to section C, that is this was the most powerful ruler of slave dynasty. This is your answer, has to be Balban. You can just check it in the second paragraph related to your this was Ghiyasuddin Balban, but if you will just write Balban, that would also do. Okay, then this is the land tax was called as Kharaj. This was introduced by Alauddin Khilji, so you can just like write the answer as Kharaj. In order to increase his revenue, he just introduced this land tax. Okay, now question number 3, Dash invaded India in 1398. The only invader that is given in this chapter is Timur. Only foreign invader that in which this term invader has been used. So the answer would be Timur, Timur. Okay, all right. Then question number 4, the Dash advised the Sultans on religious matters. The answer would be Qazi, Qazi. So you can just write this answer. This is given in your Tughlaq dynasty's administration part that is given in the chapter. Okay, then is question number 5. The first battle of Panipat was fought between, this is the last line of the chapter, that is Ibrahim Lodi and Babur. So you will be writing as Ebrahim, Ibrahim Lodi and Babur. These would be the answer to this. Now coming on to section D, that is give short answers for the following questions. Question number 1 says, who was Razia Sultan? Why did the nobles oppose Razia? Now for this, what we do is we just like come to this, the page on which Razia Sultan's photo is given. You will be coming to this page, okay, where her photo is given. You come on the right hand side, on the left hand side. Hold on, let me just change the color. Okay, all right, so it is given here that first you are asked about who was Razia Sultan. So in the first line you will be writing is Razia Sultan was the daughter of Iltutmish. Iltutmish. Okay, so she was the daughter of Iltutmish. Iltutmish. Okay, this is the answer to your first part of the question, that is, who was Razia Sultan. Then for the second part, you will be starting from here. The nobles opposed her because they hated taking orders from a woman. Okay, all right. Then you will be writing, they did not like Razia for taking decisions without consulting them. So for the second part, in the first part of the question, that is, who was Razia Sultan, you will be writing this line, and in the second part you will be writing, they did not like to take order from a woman, and they did not like Razia for taking decisions without consulting them. Okay, all right. This is done. Now moving on to question number 2. Name the Persian customs introduced by Balban. Why were people against these customs? Now we have to discuss the customs introduced by Balban. Now we move on to, okay, all right. This is, okay, all right, hold on. We have Ghiyasuddin Balban. All right, okay. Now on the very page that we were on, that is where the photo of Razia Sultan is given, you just come to this side. He introduced the Persian customs of Sizda and Paibos or Zamin Bos. People were against this as they felt these customs were reserved for God alone. So, you will be writing this paragraph, these 3 lines only, as part of your answer to question number 2. So, this is question number 2. You have to name these 2 Persian customs. You do not have to define them, you just have to name the Persian customs. And why were people against them? Because they just thought that such customs should only be reserved for God. Okay, now moving on to question number 3. What were Dag and Chera? Who introduced them? Okay, all right. Now for this, come to this. Okay, all right. It just starts from here. They were introduced by Alauddin Khilji. So what you will be writing is, you just come here. Okay, all right. Standing large army, he started branding. He paid his soldiers. Now what you will be doing is, you will be replacing this he with Alauddin. Alauddin started branding Dag horses to prevent the substitution of good horses by inferior ones. A full description of Chehra for each soldier was also kept. Spies were posted in different parts of the empire to keep the Sultan informed of all the developments. Many, okay, all right, till this point. In this we are addressing both the answers, both the parts of the question, that is, first it is asked that who introduced them. So the name is Alauddin Khilji. If you have got any problem, then what you can do is, you can just pause the video and just look out for the answer again. If you still do not understand it, then we discuss in the class. So what you will be doing is, you will just be writing, instead of he, you have to write Alauddin Khilji started branding Dag, that is horses, to prevent the substitution of horses. You have to till, then you will be writing till this, that is developments. Okay. How the second part of the question is asking that how did he implemented these. So in that case, what your answer has to be, spies were posted in different parts of the empire to keep sultans informed of all the developments. He implemented them by having spies. Spies क्या होते हैं आपके, जो spy, जो SPY जो spelling है, उसमें जो जासूस होते हैं उनको बोलते हैं. Okay, now question number 4. Write one reason that prompted Muhammad bin Tughlaq to shift capital to Daulatabad. Write one reason. There are 2 reasons given to us in the chapter. Okay, taxation, shift of capital. Now you come to this. This is your page number 21. So you come to this shift of capital paragraph. You are given 2 reasons. So what you will be doing is, you can write any one of the 2. Any one of the 2. Okay. So what you will be doing is, you will be writing any one of the 2. Either you can write this or you can write this. You are asked only one reason. Okay, all right, moving on. Okay, this is question number 5. Give 2 reasons to show that the court of Delhi Sultans was ceremonial court. Ceremonial court in the sense that it was just like well decorated and so on and so forth. So for this, we just come to the next paragraph, where it is discussing about the special aspects of Tughlaq rulers, the Sultan, the court. Okay, now this is your page number 23 for question number 5. The Sultan's court was very ceremonial. You have to start from here, and Sajdas Paipos were performed before him. The Sultan sat on the throne. This is your first reason till this point. This is second reason. The Sultan sat on the throne built on raised platform. You can write till this point only. See, these are short answer questions. We have to write 2 instances First one could be Sejda and Paibos. They were just like introduced, in which the people, they had to touch the feet of, they have to kiss the feet of the Sultan, and they just have to lay down, put their forehead, touch their forehead on the land, and then only they were just like able to talk to the Sultan. Second one could be the Sultan sat on a throne built on a raised platform in the sense जहाँ पर सभी बाकी लोग बैठे हैं उनसे थोड़ा सा ऊपर जो है सुल्तान के लिए थ्रोन बनाया जाएगा. Okay, that is end of the question number, this section D, that is short answers. Now we move on to section E. Give long answers for the following questions. Now question number 1 says explain the importance of literary sources for Sultanate period. Which other sources tell us about this period? Now it is asking about literary sources. Literary sources in the sense कौन से होते हैं, जो आपकी बुक्स या टेक्स्ट जो लिखा हुआ है वो, ठीक है. तो लिटरेरी सोर्सेज कौन से होंगे? द फॉरेन ट्रैवलर्स, दे जस्ट विजिटेड दीज किंगडम्स, दे वेंट बैक टू देयर प्लेस एंड दे जस्ट रोट सर्टन बुक्स about how the rule is being conducted or about how things are being run by these people, by the sultans of Delhi. Those are literary sources. Apart from that, which were other resources, that also we have to discuss in this one. So for this you will be coming to question page number 1 of the chapter, that is first page of the chapter, there where these things are discussed, that is your literary sources are discussed. If you just come to this sources, this paragraph titled sources, this is on your page number 18. What you have to do is, first you will be starting from here and you have to write this place. Till this point he is like discussing your literary sources. Then for the second part of the question, which is asking what other sources were there, coins, inscriptions and monuments are the other important sources that tell us about this period. These are the other important resources which are telling us about this period. So you have to write this complete paragraph, that is in the section D1. Okay, all right, hold on. Now coming on to section, hold on a second, let me just, okay, all right, okay, it is also again some little bit, okay, now it is right on the screen. Okay, now the question number 2 is who succeeded Qutbuddin Aibak? Why is that person called the real founder of the Sultanate? He's talking about your slave dynasty, which is mentioned on our first page. This is the slave dynasty. Qutbuddin Aibak was the founder of slave dynasty. So you'll be writing Qutbuddin, you have to start from here. Qutbuddin was succeeded by Iltutmish. He is considered the real founder of the Sultanate. Iltutmish, he is considered the real founder. Then why he is called? Because Iltutmish faced many problems but dealt with them strongly. He put down the rebellions within the empire. He also protected the northwestern frontier of the Sultanate against the possible Mongol invasion. In the east, he expanded his empire up to Bengal. You have to write till this point. In the first 2 lines, the name of the person is given, that is your Shamsuddin Iltutmish. In the second, you have to start from here. You will be writing in continuation. Then Iltutmish faced many problems. It is answer to the second part of the question. Okay, all right. This is your answer for D2. Okay. Now moving on to D3. Why did Alauddin Khilji introduce market control policy? How did he enforce it? Why did he introduce market reforms, in the sense that why did he introduce measures such as your lowering of the prices of the essential goods? And the second part is asking how did he enforce it? उन्होंने लागू कैसे किया उस चीज़ को? जैसे क्या है, कई बार लागू नहीं कर पाते हैं, जैसे आपके मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक के टाइम हुआ था. Okay, all right. Now moving on to Alauddin Khilji expansion. Okay, all right. This is your page number 20 for D3. It says that it is mentioned here. So you have to start from here. This is your D3. Alauddin also introduced a market control policy, lowered the prices of all essential items such as these. Shop owners were asked to charge the rates fixed by the Sultan. He also appointed special officials to keep a check on the shop owner. Whosoever was caught extra cheating with the weights was punished severely. You have to write till this point. First it is asking about, it is answering the question, or the first part of the question. Then second part, how did he enforce these measures? That is answered in your these lines, that he also appointed special officials उन्होंने क्या किया, कुछ स्पेशल ऑफिशियल्स का अपॉइंटमेंट किया जो कि मार्केट के अंदर रहते थे और ये पता लगाते थे कि अगर कोई शॉप ओनर जो है वो ठीक से काम नहीं कर रहा या फिर जो सुल्तान है उसकी बात नहीं मान रहा तो उसको सीवियरली पनिश्ड किया जाता था. ओके, ऑल राइट, दिस इज़ योर D3. नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू D4. Muhammad bin Tughlaq's schemes were very well conceived but poorly executed. Discuss this statement with reference to his token currency experiment. अब ये क्या बोल रहा है आपको, स्कीम जो मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक की थी वो अच्छी बनी हुई थी स्कीम, लेकिन एग्जीक्यूशन में प्रॉब्लम था. एग्जीक्यूशन में प्रॉब्लम मतलब उनको लागू नहीं कर पाए. तो इसमें आपने डिस्कस करना है इस स्टेटमेंट को एक एग्जाम्पल देके, जो कि एग्जाम्पल है आपका टोकन करेंसी एक्सपेरिमेंट. टोकन करेंसी क्या होती है आपकी, जैसे मैंने आपको रुपए का एग्जाम्पल देके बताया था. ओके, नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू दिस इज इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ टोकन करेंसी. दिस इज योर पेज नंबर 21 फॉर D4. दिस इज D4. ओके, ऑल राइट. Okay, there was so the Sultan decided to mint coins. Okay, you have to start from here. There was a shortage of silver during this period, so the Sultan decided to mint coins of brass and copper for day-to-day use. These coins had the same value as pure silver coins. Further, they could be exchanged for silver coins at any time from the royal treasury. Then you will be continuing till in the next paragraph. Muhammad, however, failed to check the illegal minting of coins. The design of the coin was very simple enough for ordinary craftsmen to copy. You can write this point only. In the first paragraph, it is telling us about how this token currency experiment was carried out. In the second paragraph, he is saying that how did it got failed. Why did it fail? That is, he was not able to check the illegal minting of the coins. जो illegally जो है craftsmen जो है, because brass was easily available and they were able to mint the design. तो वो क्या है, करेंसी को चेक नहीं कर पाए. जैसे मैंने आपको रुपए का एग्जांपल देके बताया था कि जिसमें क्या होता है, अगर हमारे पास ऐसे करेंसी हमारे नोट के अंदर अगर ऐसी चीज़ें नहीं लगी हों, जैसे स्पेशल पेपर से बना होता है और जो फिर कुछ मार्क्स लगाए जाते हैं जिनसे हम असली और नकली की पहचान करते हैं, तो अगर वो निशान नहीं हो तो क्या करेंगे लोग, जैसा मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दिया था, दैट पीपल दे वुड जस्ट एज दे रीच होम दे वुड जस्ट लाइक बाय अ प्रिंटर एंड दे वुड स्टार्ट printing the currency. Okay, now we are left with question number 5 and question number 6. These we will be discussion in the class. Discussion over these in the class. Okay, so that would be all for now. You just mark them in your notebook and you will be doing them in the register. Now the first part of the question, that is section A, you will be doing in the book itself. B you will be doing in the book itself. Let me just hold on a second. Okay, book. Okay, all right. Now this also has to be done in the book, and section C also has to be done in the book. Then from here you will be doing in the notebook. Okay, and then in the second section also like short answers, and this also has to be done in the notebook. Okay, that would be all for now. We will just continue in the class.